Hey, what's up? Welcome to this episode of Resurrection Motorsports. As you can tell by the thumbnail, we are not where we normally film at or anything like that. In today's episode, I am addressing the failing back window in the 2015 F150. This is, from what I can tell, kind of a common problem on these vehicles. The trim piece that goes across the top here, the adhesive fails, and the window falls out. As you can see, based on the blue painter's tape, I have it taped in place for right now to seal the window because I already took the trim piece down. I saved you guys the monotony and the boringness of watching me clean all of the adhesive off of it, because this is actually the second time this has failed on this truck. The first time I took some 3M double-sided sticky tape and put it back in place. Whatever you do, do not use that method to fix it. It's not going to fix it. The double-sided sticky tape is going to fail, and it's just going to be a mess when you go to fix it the right way, which is the way I'm going to show you guys today. So, huge shout out to me and Car Keys, the YouTube channel. I don't know the guy's name, but the gentleman over there has a video where he had the exact same problem. He went to a professional window repair shop, and they gave him the information on what to do to actually fix this. So I'm going to go through, based on what he said in his video and my understanding of how this stuff works and how to actually fix it. So without further ado, let's jump into it. We're going to go to the tailgate and I'll show you guys exactly what you need in order to fix this, and then I'll show you how I'm going to address it and how I'm going to fix it. So let's get into it right now. All right, so as I told you, came to the tailgate. I have everything ready. This is a bottle of single step primer, 3M single step primer, part 08681. This everything you see here, minus maybe the gloves and the trim piece that came with the truck, I'll put a description or a link to the Amazon link in the description to what I bought. This primer is, from what I understand, the most important part of this entire process. So we'll see. This is actually you're supposed to shake it until you hear a little ball, which I don't hear a ball. I'll shake it again in a few minutes. But these wool daubers, this is what you use to apply that primer to the body, or the inside windshield, so that the 3M auto glass urethane windshield adhesive, this is the primer. From my understanding, the primer sets up so that when this touches that, it is in place for good. That's it. There's no adjusting it, like it's permanent. And that's what I'm hoping for, so I don't have to do this again. Anyway, there is the trim piece here you can see laying out across the tailgate. That is what we're working with today. We're going to use some gloves so we don't get oil from our hands back on any of the surfaces after we clean them. I'm going to clean the trim channel here. You can see on this trim piece right here, this little square, there's 4 of these on the length of this entire trim piece. That's what originally had adhesive on it that stuck to the back windshield. There was also in the channel below, you can see here, if it focuses here, you can see this channel, all of this had like a strip of adhesive in it, but that's what failed and allowed the window to fall out. So the plan is to clean that really good with degreaser and then alcohol, and make sure it's nice and clean and ready for the adhesive to apply. I'm not going to apply the primer to the plastic because it says it's for painted body surfaces and glass. I don't know what kind of reaction it'll have with the plastic. Even though the instructions don't say there's a reaction, I don't want to take any chances and take the chance of possibly melting the plastic or making the situation worse. So I'm just going to put the primer on the glass, which is its intended purpose, and then we will cut this down here. I'm going to cut it pretty low so it lays like a ribbon and not just a bead on the trim. And then it's my understanding that once I put that back to that, when I touch this bead or this ribbon of adhesive to that primer, it's done. The issue is resolved. So we'll see how it goes. Let me get into cleaning it. We'll make you guys watch that. I will try to get the camera in the car or in the truck so you guys can see me when I actually apply this back to the car and how that experience goes, or back to the back window, so you can see how that goes. But for now, let me get it all cleaned up and get ready, and we're going to get into that. All right, guys. So I was absolutely unable to record any of what I did, but we can go through the process here. As you can see, the trim piece is holding the window back in place. I put some tape on there to support it a little bit, just to see, it's typically what they do. Let's get in a little closer here, see if you can see this. You can kind of see above it some of the primer that I applied. So basically, without the trim piece up here, I came in, cleaned it with Sprayway Glass Cleaner. Again, I use that product. It'll be a link to the Amazon in the description below. Clean the entire glass with the Sprayway Glass Cleaner, some of the best in the business in my opinion. But anyway, clean that real good, let it dry. Got the primer shaken up, applied the primer, let that set for 10 minutes. The bottle says a minimum of 10 minutes. Got that set and applied the ribbon of 3M adhesive like I said I was going to do. You can see like right here, I think that's primer on the glass. That's sticking out a little bit there next to the tape. I need to get off. What I'm going to do, there's a little bit of the urethane. It's really hard to see in here. A little bit of the urethane right there. That might help. Yeah, you can kind of see that the shiny stuff here, right here, that's coming out. That is, now that I'm looking at it with the light, that is extra urethane there. There's a couple spots over here, that's extra urethane that oozed out. So the plan for that is I'm going to take a razor. I'll razor it off the glass once it's good and set. Probably do that next week sometime. But since I have the light on here, you can kind of see where the primer is in there. The flash kind of makes it too shiny. But that black primer, the urethane primer. So, I mean, this is, it's pretty much set in place now. Just going to let it set for 24 hours before I really mess with it, take the tape off, whatever. But yeah, that's it. Looks like it's going to work. It's all sealed up and hopefully sealed for good, and I never have to worry about this thing falling out again. So here's to a successful fix. Leave your questions, comments below. Like this video, share it with anyone else you know that's got a F150, F250, F350 with the electric sliding glass rear window that has fallen out. This is the fix. So, as always, don't forget to eat, pray, wrench. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.